Hello class, today I want to show you a trip around the world that I'd really like to take. It's a trip to one of each of the 7 continents, excluding North America, because this is where we live. So I'm going to start my trip going into South America, and we're going to go to Peru. Peru is a country in South America, and it's on the side of the Pacific Ocean, and it has the Andes mountain ranges running through it. And one of the great things about this is this is where the Incas came from. And so there's great artifacts of ancient civilization throughout the mountains that I'd really like to see and get a taste of what ancient civilization was like in that time. From Peru, we're going to head to Antarctica. Now, Antarctica is pretty inhospitable, and you can only really get there from boats that can cut through the ice. However, I would really love to go down there and see the penguins, as well as just see the barren landscape that is Antarctica with all the snow, because the snow is definitely my favorite type of weather pattern. From Antarctica, we'll move up north to Australia, more specifically Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia is one of the capitals of a state in Australia, and it's got a very well-known opera theater that I would really love to go see. It kind of looks like a sailboat, and there's also some other architectural, like modern architectural things that are in the area that I would really like to go see, as well as meet the people and possibly go into the outback. And then we'll move from Australia further north into Tokyo, Japan. Now, I know it's not the mainland of Asia. However, I've always been fascinated with going to Tokyo. It's been one of my favorite places to think about going to visit, and to put this on my trip to Asia, to the continent of Asia, would be one of my favorite places to go. Japan is a densely populated metropolitan area that has a lot of high-tech stuff going on, but you can also see some of the traditional culture that was from the area scattered throughout the city. And it's also close enough to Mount Fuji, which is an iconic volcano that's in the area, and I'd really love to go see that as well. And then from Asia, we'll move to Europe, and I would love to go see Florence, Italy. Now, Florence, Italy is on my my European trip because of the great architecture that is there and all of the art. Now you have a bunch of churches, and then you have all these fantastic bridges that span the waterways that run through the city. Also, I really love playing Assassin's Creed, and this is one of the areas that the game plays in, and to actually see it in real life would be a great treat for me. And then our last stop for our tour will be Africa, and we'll go to Morocco. Now, Morocco is a beautiful place in Africa. There's all sorts of wonderful places, but going and visiting the desert, because it borders on the Sahara Desert, would be so cool, just to be able to walk around in those large sand dunes and maybe take a dune buggy through them. And then you have some artifacts of cities as seen in the picture here, and I would just love to go see these architectural things, and would be really excited to have an opportunity to visit this country on the continent of Africa. And so we finish